People, Big World's Zach and Tori Roloff dish on whether they'd return to reality TV. Zach and Tori Roloff aren't holding back their true feelings since walking away from reality TV. The couple, who only recently parted ways with Little People, Big World, spoke candidly about their decision to say farewell to the series, while appearing on a recent episode of fellow TLC alum Jinger Duggar and her husband Jeremy Volo's podcast. While speaking with the Counting on alum, the duo, who have been married since July 2015 and share 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, admitted that their step back from the small screen has been nothing less than bittersweet. "I don't know if we necessarily missed the show," Tori, 33, shared during the Feb. 5 episode of the Jinger Jeremy pod, noting that with the couple's transfer to social media, they can now share their lives on our terms, which is a gift, honestly. "We can kind of control the narrative of what is shown, especially with our kids being involved," she explained. "We can choose what we share with them. I think in the new age with YouTube, it is hard now to go back to a reality TV model," Zach, 34, shared later on, even admitting he was embarrassed about certain things he said on the show as a child, suggesting he was doing everything in his power to keep his kids from having the same regrets. "'Cause you can control your own media now and get just as many views. But there is one thing about filming the show that can't be replaced, which has stirred up some rather mixed feelings in Zach, who debuted on the show alongside his parents and siblings when it first premiered on TLC in March 2006, and that's the connections that they made. It's tough too. There's these certain days where I'm like, oh man, maybe we could do it. But then instantly you remember some things that did annoy you at the time, whether valid or not, or you didn't like it," Zach revealed on Wednesday. "You have to remind yourself sometimes, why did we step away? And then there could be days when you wake up and have too much coffee and you're like, we could do this again." That said, they certainly don't miss having to film confessionals or discuss conflicts on the show, especially since they're both private people. "I have a hard time when I say something and then have to repeat it, because all of a sudden it brings on a new meaning," Zach said. "When I say it's actually not a big deal, but now I feel like it is becoming a big deal." Tori agreed, sharing how frustrating it was to revisit issues that had already been resolved. "Whenever there was a conflict, and then 6 months later you're over the conflict. Whatever happened has been resolved, we've moved on. 6 months later," she recalled, "you're still talking about this conflict. That was always really frustrating. We are not public arguers, even by nature. If we have a conflict in public or while with friends, we do a look and we'll talk about it later. It's never in the presence of other people," she added. "It's always handled very privately. When it turned to, like, you guys gotta argue about this. Zach and I are not actors. We looked at each other and it was like, this is awkward. Not saying that their opinions on the matter can't change, but given this conversation, it doesn't look like either Zach or Tori are in a rush to resume a career in reality television." Little People, Big World star. Tori Roloff's controversial Elf on the Shelf take divides fans. Little People, Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff aren't afraid to share their opinions when it comes to parenting. Recently, the mom of 3 posted her controversial take on Elf on the Shelf, and in doing so, she firmly divided fans. On deck 1, the TLC personality, who has 3 children, Jackson 7, Lila 5, and Josiah 2, took to Instagram to share her thoughts on the holiday tradition. "Thanking myself every December 1st that I didn't start Elf on the Shelf," Tori quipped in overlaying text. "Follow me for more parenting hacks." In the clip, she sat near a Christmas tree while smiling and relishing not having to think of a different parent-assisted elf setup involving Santa's helper getting into mischief around the house. "But don't touch the elf, or no presents from Santa." Tori added in the caption of her Instagram post, "For those mamas and dads who do it, you go Glen Coco. But as for me and my house, ain't no one got time for that." One pro Elf on the Shelf follower wrote, "I don't care if it gets annoying. The joy my daughter has when she sees him is so cute. Most nights, he simply moves around the house. A fun tradition we love." Another person echoed, "Takes a few minutes a day. The time it takes to scroll IG or make a reel worth the magic, they are only young once. All about where you want to spend that time. To each their own." Meanwhile, one fan insisted, "You need to do it. So much fun and so many cute ideas. As someone else shared, such a great tradition you're missing out on. One Instagram user commented, I did this exact reel today. I feel this so hard. Cheers to us for never falling victim to the elf. A different fan applauded Tori, pointing out, smart mama, we got so much on our plate already. Yet another anti-elf parent shared, our elf had an accident, he didn't make it. We had to have a funeral. Little people, Big World's Tori Roloff divides fans with controversial take on holiday decorations. Tori Roloff's home is beginning to look a lot like a winter wonderland. On Tuesday, the Little People, Big World alum shared her take on a trend where someone shares a controversial, funny, or hard-to-swallow truth about something seen in the accompanying video before accidentally turning the camera on themselves to reveal it's their opinion all along. The trend has been used to joke about how many treats experts say to give pets, how much screen time to allow kids, and now the acceptable time frame for one to hang up their Christmas decor. In the clip, the TLC personality panned around her tidy and organized living room, already starting to become decked out with festive accents like seasonal throw pillows, nutcrackers, garland, and stockings hung from the mantel. In a blurb of text included within the frame, Roloff explained, guys, we need to let our ladies know it's okay to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, before pretending to be shocked when the camera panned to selfie mode. But for real, usually I'm a day after Thanksgiving girly, heh, she added in the caption of her Novid 12 upload. But something has me in the spirit early this year. Others, however, argued it's simply too early, with one follower declaring, but it's not okay. It's 15 until Thanksgiving. Let's enjoy that holiday first. Her husband, Zach, even got in on the drama, sharing that, for the record, I was against this. Meanwhile, Tori's mother-in-law, Amy, appeared to be on her side, writing, I've got to convince Chris it's okay, along with some Thanksgiving decor around. Little People, Big World's Tori Roloff issues. Important reminder after house fire. Little People, Big World stars. Zach and Tori Roloff have a lot going on with 3 young kids. But recently, the TLC personalities experienced more chaos than usual in the form of a house fire, prompting Tori to issue an important reminder to her followers. On Friday, September 20, Tori took to her Instagram stories to share details about a kitchen fire at their battleground wash. Home.ok, for those asking about the fire yesterday that happened in our toaster oven, I burnt some cinnamon rolls. That's all it was, she said in a clip. I think when I opened up the door to the toaster, it let the oxygen in and it just took off. Tori explained that she was cooking fish, got distracted, and forgot about the cinnamon rolls. As her eldest son, Jackson, 7, lamented not having any of the tasty pastries to enjoy, she agreed, telling him, I want cinnamon rolls too, but I burnt them. Tori continued in another video segment. This is also your PSA to have your fire extinguisher somewhere in your house. Because we put ours in the garage when we redid our floors and never put it back in my pantry. It's now back in my pantry. It seems Zach and Tori got the situation under control without needing to call the fire department or seek medical care for any of their family members. In addition to Jackson, they share a daughter, Lila, 4, and a son, Josiah, 2. Hopefully, this branch of the Roloff family will soon enjoy homemade cinnamon rolls, just without the added drama of their toaster oven catching on fire. Little People, Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff have been married since 2015 and share 3 children. But fans noticed the TLC couple seemed just as in love as the day they said I do in a new video. On Sunday, August 18, Tori took to Instagram with a playful clip featuring herself, Zach and their kids, Jackson, 7, Lila, 4, and Josiah, 2. When the bedtime sillies hit, she captioned the update. In the video, the family of 5 sat on or stood near a couch with serious looks on their faces as Sweet But Psycho by Ava Max played. The beat dropped, and suddenly, the Roloff started energetically grooving, but in slow motion, while shining flashlights at themselves. Many fans in the comments noticed Zach stealing a loving glance at his wife. One Instagram user wrote, I love the way your husband looks at you. He adores you. Another follower commented, it's the look Zach is watching you that got me. Love this, while someone else echoed, the way Zach looks at you. Yet another Instagram user pointed out, "Tori Roloff, it looked like Zach was absolutely adoring you." Josiah, on the other hand, he totally was judging. Meanwhile, Zach chimed in to ask his wife, "Is your flashlight even on?" It wasn't. To which she replied, "There was a lot,